I could have waited, right? And pushed the button after that. Hey, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It's the Capsaicin Connection. Thank you for being here. Krista Melinda, ever the rock star. Thank you for being here. Hi, Lisa Trimble, Jane Aldrich, Chili Phil, Just Joan. All right, there's Brian's here. Saudium. Lacey Silver. Mike has got some stuff with his son, so he may not be able to be here. You're here in spirit. Appreciate you stopping by. Sam, good to see you. All right, well, I'm glad everybody's here. Listen, Green Man, good to see you. Everybody hit the like button. This isn't just, we're not talking about chilies. This is about helping people. And if you all hit the like, you know what's going to happen, right? We pull a fast one on the YouTube algorithm, and they think something exciting is happening here, and they show it to more people. More people will click on it. Before you know it, we're helping more people. And that's really what this is about. So please do that. We're talking about sobriety, winning, and the relation between peppers and capsaicin in particular, obviously, and sobriety. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. Appreciate you guys being here. I got a lot of emails, by the way, before we get into it. I got a lot of emails about yesterday's stream. And when I say a lot, I get a lot of emails. I can't remember the last time I woke up and didn't have emails from someone. When I get like 3 about a certain topic, to me, that's a lot. So I had over 3 people reached out about yesterday's live stream. Mark Hardman, good to see you. Oh no, I mourn the loss of my Maine Coon Robin. She was the sweetest girl ever. Oh, I am so sorry. It's brutal. I had somebody say, leave a comment, said, man, the cat's so beautiful. I would love to get one, but I couldn't deal with the loss 10 to 15 years from now. I said, are you married? How many children? I'm just curious. None of my business, but yeah, you get a lot of love from them. They're special creatures. Mine's right there. She's really becoming so well trained so quickly. I wonder if are you sleeping? Or are you kind of she has her head off the edge. I can't tell if she's just kind of looking around or sleeping. Maine Coon cat in a basket. Yeah, she's a happy cat. I'm telling you. Got some great toys from her. It's a Trimble's a rock star. I might sleep tonight. One of them, I'd hold it up, but she might go nuts and see it. It's a little ball. I did a short of it, and man, she just doesn't stop chasing. So I have a feeling tonight I'll be sleeping a little bit better. But they're family, so when you lose one, it's devastating. It really is. I live for now. Love that name. Good to see you. I live for now says, oh, she's new to I'm new to this channel. So excited you're here. That's a cool thing. And Kristen's summing it up for us. A lot of fun over here, eating spicy stuff. And every weekend we do a special recovery focus segment called Capsaicin Connection. It's good to have you. She not the hostess with the mostest or what? I'm telling you. Barbara, I'm so glad to see you. Really appreciate you guys being here. So I got a lot of emails. Everybody was talking about yesterday's live stream. First of all, I'm no hero at all. I'm a hero to the cat. I feed her. She thinks I take care of the cat box. So to her, I am a hero, but that's about it. Keith Kingman, so good to see you. He loves everybody that's here. We can change 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 month, 1 year at a time, I believe. You know what? Well, there's a will, there's a way, and we're going to talk about that. Now, I did get a bunch of emails that were very, very sweet yesterday, but I also got several that were talking about something that they're struggling with. And if I get 2 emails, listen, if it's happening with one person, it's happening with all of us. And I know this to be true. What we're going to talk about are ants. Because a bunch of people have them. Here's the funny thing. If people that don't even have a problem with a substance or addiction, still have ants. It's a thing with human beings. It's not just for us. You know what I mean? We just have ants and a bunch of other stuff on top of it. Oh, she just did I'm pulling my face and thing. Tragically cute. We all have ants. Automatic negative thoughts. I'm hearing nothing. Is it only me? Boy, bless you for that. I don't know anybody who doesn't get them. All right. Automatic negative thoughts. And when you're sober, here's the deal. They know your buttons. Ants, you got it, Mark Hardman. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. They know your buttons. and they know how they know your buttons, man. I think we're going to talk about how to combat them, what to do about them. Can you beat it? It's an important thing. And I'm going to teach you some techniques you can do to try to beat it. Chet, good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right. So the automatic negative thoughts, they're bad when you give them the floor. So one of the most important things, and it's a skill you get good at, I promise you, is realizing that you're getting attacked by the automatic negative thoughts. Because if it's not something you're aware of, if you just kind of sit down and you aren't thinking about it, like time can go by and you're getting beat up inside before you go, hey, wait a minute, what is going on here? And you don't want to park it there and just stay in that zone, because it's a funk and nothing good comes from it. Zero. And that's just the truth of it. So the only time that the ants really go after you is if you just let them. Spicy Jen, so good to see you. I'm glad she's here. And the way you give them the floor is by sitting and doing the same thing you always do, sitting in a room, doing nothing. You allow the ants to go wild. This is good. Thank you, Mike, for being here. Lisa says, for me, loving an animal and having one love me is worth the loss. Boy, how about it, right? I've lost many dogs over the years. There will always be in my heart, but there also left a space for the next one. You know what? Yeah, animals are great. They give you something. They're an amazing thing. You know what blows me away about animals? It doesn't matter what you get. Even like an African gray, which live a really long time, or a snake, they live a long, long time. That pet is only with us for a portion of our life, but we're with them their entire life. That's just heavy duty. You know what I mean? This is it. It's kind of heavy. Ants. They'll get you to do what you don't want to do. They're brutal. Chet adopted a cat, man. That's so cool. Cats are awesome. They make life better. So, Dim, ironically, my aunt gave me a nice TV for doing good, considering she knew I sold the last one. I'm glad you have a TV now. Don't sell this one. Windmill Willie, good to see you. All right, so what I do to combat the ants, all right, and everybody's ants, there's some similarities, but there are some unique ones. We all have things from our youth, ACEs, adverse childhood experiences, ACE, all right? Everybody has them. Doesn't matter whether you have an addiction or not. We all have something from our childhood that left a mark. It's just the way it works. So we all have ants, and your ants are unique to you. My ants are unique to me. Hi, Beverly. So good to see you. A wonderfully gifted membership. Check out there's almost 250 videos there. And if you have a bus pass, you're seeing videos there that have never been seen on the main channel. So enjoy them. So getting back to it, we all have ants. They know your buttons. They get you to do what you don't want to do. And like with me, they tell me that I have imposter syndrome, all right? And that is something where the internal joy that I'm experiencing doesn't match the external joy that's going on. Like since I started the channel, I've been in a Netflix special. I was in a Hulu, Disney reality show. I met some famous people. I've been around the world a few times, and the joy that I'm experiencing inside isn't matching what I should be experiencing. I feel like one of these days, I have this feeling like one of these days I'm going to upload a video and 4 hours go by, I'll go to see how it's producing and there won't be a single view. And people say, we're done with this guy. And it's, and I have that. So my ants will say, just wait. You're going to, when they figure out that you're just a phony or whatever, it's a horrible thing. So what you can do is I call it, I talk in word pictures. I'm going to give you an analogy to think about. So if you can see it in your head when I'm talking about it, you'll remember it. Play fetch with your brain. That's what we're going to do. That's one of the things that I'm working on. Play fetch with your brain. We've all had the experience where you have a dog, you have a stick, you throw the stick, the dog is not going to stay there and look at you. They're going to take off, unless you tell it to stay. They're going to run after the stick. Your brain is like the dog, and you can control it. The stick you have are your 5 senses. Okay. And that's it. So what you can do is play fetch with your brain. And the idea is this: if you can occupy or change or stimulate your 5 senses, There is no way, whatever you're feeling, the ants or a craving, there's no way it's going to stay like that. But all you got to do is play fetch with your brain. I know it sounds simple, but I promise you it works. If you don't believe me, try it. Kim, what a sweet thing to say. I must say, this is the best channel I've come across. I appreciate you all. We've been only but a couple of weeks. So you're too new. In a month, I'll be like, whatever. No, I'm teasing. You know, it's a great group of people here, Kim. We're all kind of broken in different ways, but all similar ways. You know what I mean? And what this channel is it's like a buffet of content. You're going to find stuff with peppers, with hot sauce, with tincture, which is this super hot stuff in a bottle. You're going to see cat videos, guitar videos, cheese videos, family videos, pool videos. It's you take what you like and you pass on what you don't like. All right. But thank you for being here, Kim. I hope you're always entertained. Check out if you guys, people that are here, Arwa, good to see you, huh? Those of you that are watching, if you've never checked out the playlist, please do. Right now, currently, hi, Brian, good to see you. Right now, just so you guys know, we're going to get back to the ant thing in just a minute. On the channel right now, there is 7,192 videos. And it's relatively well organized in the playlist. There's lists for everything, different countries I've been in, you name it. There's some good one, all the challenges and the hardest challenges I've ever done, but please check them out. Anyway, look at Keith. You're part of the family, Kim. And we love having you here. Yep, absolutely. Hey, Robin, good to see you. True Crime Nut. Thank you for being here. All right, so hang on before we go. This is great. Lisa, shoulds are very dangerous. I know from experience. It's hard not to have those thoughts. Yeah, but here's the thing. Awareness, self-awareness is important. Knowing that ants exist. Some people say, what are ants? Once you're like, oh, yeah, I get those. Once you realize they exist, the light bulb's on. So you're a little bit better. You start moving in the direction of recognizing it as it's happening. But I promise you, if you're in the zone and you don't realize, time can go by and you're just beating yourself up. And next thing you know, you're doing things you shouldn't be doing, or you're moving in the wrong direction. All right. So the five senses, you can sight, you can see stuff, you can hear stuff, you can taste stuff, you can touch stuff, you can smell stuff. All right. So play fetch with your brain. It doesn't matter what your IQ is. It could be 180. You can trick your brain like a toddler with a piece of candy. All right. And so if you're getting attacked by ants or a craving, this is what you need to do. There's a couple quick steps you need to do. Number one, get up and leave the room you're in. First, step one, get up and get out of the room you're in. Because chances are you've been sitting there and that's where it's like a boxing ring and the ants are just beating the cheese out of you. So get up and get out of the room you're in. When you do that, immediately you're going to hear things, even if it's just the different tone in the room you're in. Go outside. You're going to see things and hear things. 2 of your senses, 3 probably. You'll smell something. Right off the bat, you're occupying 3 of your senses. If you have to reach down and smell the grass and touch the grass, think about your senses. Eat something hot. Capsaicin, people. If you're brand new to this, hi, Rufus. Good to see you. Capsaicin is the spicy stuff. That is the chemical formula for capsaicin. It's wonderful because it spells Johnny. But the truth is that's the chemical formula for capsaicin. And capsaicin, eating spicy food with capsaicin is the spicy part in spicy foods. It causes your brain to produce hormones like serotonin, which makes you better equipped to deal with depression, anxiety, anger, and stress. Friends, depression, anxiety, anger, and stress are triggers, right? So I'm telling you, if you eat something hot, number one, you're tasting something, you're going to feel some pain. And when you hear that, you're like, I don't want pain. Well, even when you eat just like Tabasco, it's a very mainstream sauce. It's on tables at high schools. It's still spicy, right? When you say it's spicy, like if it's a scale of 1 to 10, it's only a 2 on your scale. What does that scale mean? What is spice? The scale. It's pain. How much does it burn you? You know what I mean? So really, that's it. You can beat this. Eat something hot. You're feeling something. You're smelling something, tasting something. And what's going to happen is those cravings aren't going to last. But it's going to drive up your serotonin levels. And when you do get cravings, they aren't going to be as severe because you're better equipped to handle them. I'm not making this up. The reason this exists, this Capsaicin Connection exists, because after being like, I was a tremendous drug addict for a long time, you guys, decades, like the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? And then I quit doing hard drugs about 15 years ago. All right. Quit drinking about almost 6 years ago. But I started the channel 8 years ago. So for the first couple of years of the channel, I was still drinking. Right. So I'd go to these chili events and everybody drinking and, having a Bloody Mary at 8 o'clock in the morning when you're setting up your booth. And that's just kind of the way it went. And in the process of going to these events all over the place, you know what I encountered? I encountered great chili head people that I've known for years from videos and knowing them from, reading about them. And they became friends of mine. And lo and behold, I found out that so many of them were sober. And I don't mean sober from one specific thing, from all of it. Silver Surfer, good to see you, dude. Love you, man. I mean, I've met people in the chili community sober, and I'm not even going to give a list. Number one, the algorithm hates it. They hear me saying those words. They're going to think we're talking bad stuff, and they're going to ding my video, and I don't get paid on it. I'd rather get paid on this video since it's my job. But I'm telling you, you think of it, you can't think of a substance that I haven't watched somebody beat in the chili community. And so we started thinking, like, what is it? How come now is it that former addicts just all sort of flock to the pepper community? No. It's because when we eat hot stuff, it makes it a lot easier to walk away from bad habits. It really, really does. Oh my God, look at this face. Look at this little face. Look at those eyes. Tell me she's not gorgeous. Ah, look at those ears. Forget about it. Sorry. I'll get over it, you guys. She's new, but we've only had her 11 days. She's a sweetheart. Now it's because eating hot peppers presses on your dopamine gas pedal. You know what? No matter how you slice it, it's a beautiful thing. Can I tell you all the reasons eating peppers is good? Dylan, good to see you. It brings people together. It's what it does. It's legal. It's super healthy for you. A pepper. Listen, pepper. I don't mean a ghost pepper. I don't mean a 7-pot premium. I don't mean a warthog. I mean, even a bell pepper has 3 times the vitamin C that an orange, that 3 California oranges. A single pepper. It's loaded with antioxidants. It's a great fat burner. It's a wicked good pain reliever. I'm not even joking about that. And if you eat enough of them, what happens is your body goes into distress, and your body thinks it's dying, and it'll flood your body with endorphins. And it's the most beautiful feeling in the world. And here, look, I'm being honest with you guys. I don't lie to you. Look, I've done it all. I've done just about I didn't do any of the recent designer ones, but you name the drug, and I did it. When you get an endorphin dump from eating too much capsaicin or just the right amount of capsaicin, the buzz you feel from that is so close to an opiate buzz. And when I admit that, someone's going to email me tonight and say, well, it's just like you're still doing heroin. It's just a different form. Whatever. I'm into harm reduction. If that's trading one addiction for the other, all day, baby. I used to be a junkie. Now I eat peppers. That's, I'll make that trade all day, every day. For real. But that's what it feels like. It feels like an opiate buzz. And it's a beautiful feeling. It only lasts about 10 or 15 minutes, but I have a sense of well-being all day. I just feel good. My back doesn't. I've had so many back surgeries. I have like titanium and plates and screws, and I'm like Frankenstein without the bolts in my neck. So I don't take anything. So the strongest pain meds I take is aspirin. And I used to be on listen, if you knew the pain meds I used to take, it was unbelievable. I went to a pain clinic for a long time. Max Power, good to see you. Started off with Vicodin. I tell people this, and I swear they don't believe me. So DM, the great unwashed will never be hung out to dry. Thank you so much for your super chat and for being here. Oh, look what she's doing. Did you guys see that? Other thing? Oh, it's in the way. It was in the way. She just kind of reached up. The tiger's name, Rufus, is Katy Perry. Now, I will tell you this. I don't think there's a Katy Perry song that I know, but Katy Perry is a really cute name. Angel, good to see you. Coming in late. I was watching your video with your kitty. Adorable. Thank you so much. She's a sweetheart. All right. So, in going to all these events, Brock Bandy, good to see you, and seeing such a cross of every addict you could possibly think of, all sober, because we all have one thing common. Hey, we're all chili heads. I wonder what that is. That's what it comes down to. Is it drives up your serotonin levels. It fills a need. And I'll tell you what, being an addict, so I have a new addiction. It's legal. It's healthy. It brings people together. I don't mind that. I don't. You know what I mean? I know so many people. There are some people in the chat who don't know what I'm talking about, going like, whatever. If you're somebody who's experienced an easier time getting sober, and you think peppers have something to do with it, put a 1 in the chat. Nobody's going to throw a 1 in the chat because they like me. They're trying to stroke Johnny. It's the truth. It really will help you. I promise you. Now, I will tell you this. When I have an app on my phone I downloaded. I Am Sober. That's what the app is called. I downloaded it 3 times, ultimately. The first 2 times I downloaded it, a couple of days went by, and then I started drinking again. So I felt so guilty, I deleted the app. Then I downloaded it again when the window was open. I'm going to quit this time. A couple of days later, I was drinking. I felt so guilty, I deleted the app. There's such thing as a good relapse. That last one was a good one, because when I downloaded it again, I've never gone back. And I'll tell you something. I don't have the craving. I don't. If you knew all the crap that has happened to me since I quit drinking, I mean, my dad dying, losing a love. I mean, there's a whole ton of crap, that legal problems. Never once did I reach for a bottle or any other drug. You know what I mean? And I truly believe that capsaicin has a tremendous amount to do with it. I really believe that. So that's what we're talking about. So play fetch with your brain, and incorporate peppers in your game of fetch with your brain. And not only will you take your mind off what the cravings, they don't last long. They don't last that long, people. They really don't. It's not like if you have a craving all day long, you're craving and white knuckling it. And I'm not a guy, just listen, I don't want anyone to say, well, what do you know? Listen, if you knew the stuff that I've done and what I've been addicted to and the amounts that I did and the length of time that I did them and the things that I did to make sure I could keep doing them, I can speak. The cravings don't last that long. They don't. They don't. But you can control it. Play fetch with your brain. Play fetch with your brain. Your brain will go along with the program. It's true. Rufus says, mad respect, bro. Been there, done it. It's a beautiful thing, and it does help. And the other thing is, another wonderful thing about the capsaicin thing is, because there's 1,000 people in the chili community that are sober, there's just a ton of support. I mean, like when I came out and said, hey, I'm sober, and if you knew the people, I thought people would be like look down their nose. You're so cute. Look down their nose at me. Nobody did. They were all very, very supportive. Look at this. Lisa says, I have found love again. Her name is Katie Purdy. She is. You know what's really funny, you guys? Have you guys ever heard of Oxytocin? If you saw the video today where she had her first live stream, it was a sleeping stream. I should be honest and say what it was. It was a sleeping stream. Because when she's awake, you have to run around with a camera to stay in the frame. She's all over the place. But she slept. But in that, I talked about oxytocin. And oxytocin is called the love hormone. Okay. And it's the hormone that we all have in our bodies. And it's like you hear, we've all experienced it. You know what I mean? Whether it's with a love, somebody that you have an interest in, or a child, or a pet. But the truth is, oxytocin, it's a love hormone. And they've done research, and oxytocin, cats produce oxytocin in their brains. And when they nibble on you and bite you and cuddle with you, they're falling in love with you. And it's kind of a cool thing. Why can't we just be sober, right? What a great song, man. It's a crazy song. Silver Surfer, I'm a big fan of the Katie Cam idea. Yeah, man. It's going to be, I already have the name of the segment, but I don't want to release it yet. I fear that somebody might try to snatch off money and use it, but I got a name for the segment. She's going to call her with a little camera on it, and we're going to send her loose in the house. I'm going to go to bed and say, have fun, and turn the camera on and live stream her, and just let her live stream for the night, see what she does. It'd be kind of weird, Wonder what a cat does in the middle of the night when you're sleeping. We're going to find out. Oxytocin is very important for bonding. Sure is. It's the warm feeling hormone. Yes, it is. All right. Bob says that Aftershock is delicious. It's great on peanut butter sandwich. Boy, you know what? I never thought about doing that. It would be great on a peanut butter sandwich. What do you think about it, KM? I know you got a bottle of Aftershock. You also got some, what was the other sauce you get? Some high desert sauce? Was that what it was? Is oxytocin in us, or you have to get it's in us? You know, here's the thing about that. It's within us. Here's the thing that's amazing. Teeny Kitty GoPro, exactly, KM. Inside all of our bodies is in our brain, really, is a high level, incredible pharmacy, and it's there, and it serves a purpose. It's there. It's a fight or flight thing. It's there to keep us alive, right? So when something happens, I mean, usually to tap into that, something spooky's got to happen. You got to get into a fist fight, an altercation that makes you uncomfortable. It's all you slam on your brakes and you almost get into a car wreck. That feeling, that's in us to save us. All right, it's fight or flight, and that's so we all have it. We have this amazing thing, but usually it's something bad that dials into it. Peppers is a way to unlock that, and you get these wonderful feelings without something horrible happening. Tommy and I jumped out of a plane together. That's a way to tap into. You get an incredible, but it's not a scary one, because it's controlled. But yeah, we all have that in our body, and you can unlock it. You just gotta, I eat peppers to unlock it. All right. I play with my cat. I play guitar to unlock it. Like I get a dopamine buzz from playing guitar. If I learn a new song or I'm writing a new piece and something comes together, I promise you, I get a dopamine hit from that. But we all have that within us. It's a matter of tapping into it. And there's lots of things you can do to tap into it. The runner's high. You guys have all heard of the runner's high? That's a real thing. It really is. Leoslin. Man, I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. Man, somebody help me with that. Leoslin. Am I saying that right? I got to stop thinking I'm saying it wrong and just say it until I'm corrected. But I'm really, really glad you're here. And she says hello to the kitty. Kitty's wonderful. She's still sleeping, right? You didn't get taught that at school. There's so many things we didn't get taught at school. Let me tell you something crazy. Tommy runs the lifeboat, right? He's my brother. He's in the chat here. He would throw himself in front of a city bus to help a stranger get sober. It matters to him, right? It really, really does. His daughter, all right, brilliant young woman, went to school. So he was talking to his daughter about how bad Fent is, and it's in everything. And you can't touch a pill. I don't care if it says perk. I don't care what the markings say. It's not what you think it is. He was talking to his daughter. He goes, "Do you understand that her daughter's like graduated? It's the first person she ever heard talk about it was her dad. He got through high school, and no one was talking about this. Understand how scary that is? That's horrifying. Here's the deal, man. You teach your kid, or someone's gonna. It's a scary time. Tommy and I grew up in a great age because if Tommy and I were young now, we wouldn't make it. We wouldn't make it. I wanted to feel and try everything, and I would not have survived. KM says the Aftershock is on deck. It's making sure we were fully recovered from the strep throat before we tried it. Didn't want to affect the taste with the illness. Good call. I've never had strep throat. I'm a carrier. I swear to God, my sister got strep throat every year when she was a kid. And my mom used to constantly take her to the doctor. Like, there's strep throat again. She was like, why does my son ever get it? I said, I don't know. Let's test him. So they tested me. I don't even remember it. But they said, yeah, he's a carrier. So Leoslin. So I wasn't too bad. Leoslin. There you go. That sounds better. Leoslin. Thank you. I hope I don't screw it up again. But thank you so much. And I'm sorry for butchering it. You're sweet. I'm glad you're here. Please listen, if you haven't checked out my brother, it's the Lifeboat. He's amazing. He's a lifesaver. He saves people's lives daily. He saved mine. He saved mine a couple times. He has saved mine in hairy situations where we were doing things we shouldn't have been doing. And if it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't be here. That happened there was a few of those, at least, and croaking in my kitchen a year ago, he saved my life then. Like if he wasn't there, I'm not here. It's just that true. So please check it out. Yeah, well, everything is designed, Robin, to snuff us, there have been times in my day, and I would never call it selling. I would buy something and dish some off to friends so I get some stuff for free. And that's how I kind of viewed it. It was still selling it, how you slice it. Everything out there today is designed to kill you. Like selling 101, the stuff you're selling is killing your customers. You might want to back off a little bit, neck and in a little. Every time they're testing it, it's hot, stronger and stronger. And now there's stuff that's resistant to Narcan. Like we all need to use our noodle. Why do you think that is? Trying to kill us. There is. I mean, if you think of how many people have died from ODs, from fent, more than all the wars put together. I'm not being facetious. It's not like, hyperbole. It's hyperbole. I know that I say it as a joke, but that's not hyperbole. That's true. It's a horrifying thing. Like how many 747s would have to fall out of the sky before they said enough's enough? We're not going to lose 300 people a day. Well, it's about how many we lose a day from overdoses. It's okay though, right? Because who's it getting? It's not getting pilots. It's not getting doctors and lawyers. It's getting me. It's getting, you know what I mean? That's their mindset anyway. Anyway, Austin Smokes. Glad you're here. Thank you. Doesn't capsaicin strengthen the immune system? You betcha, Austin. I'm telling you, I've been sick probably, I think, twice in the last decade. Seriously. I don't get sick. It's a good thing. Here's an interview that Tommy did with me. Boy, see, it's wielding a wrench right there. That was an interview Tommy did with me about my sobriety. Interesting. Rufus says, time for bed. For me, Johnny boy, 12:30 here in UK. Got work in the morning. Love you guys. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Rufus. Have a great night. Man, have a great sleep. See that? Brock Bandy pays attention. Boost the immune system with huge amounts of vitamin C. Dylan says, I eat something hot a couple times a day and rarely get sick aside from COVID. You remember the pandemic? It is what it is, people. It is what it is. All right, see you over there, Saudium. Tonight there's a live over there at Night Yard. Yeah, please check it out. The Night Yard on the Lifeboat. It's a great segment. Something I can't share that with them. I've never, it's Russ, it's Casper and Tommy, and they sit around there talking about the experiences they had on the inside in prison. I've never, I've been arrested a bunch. I've been in jail a lot. But I've never been to prison. I got lucky. I really did. I got very lucky. And that was another one of my aunts. Can you imagine that? Aside from robbing banks, everything that my brother did, I was like right there with him. Or he was right there with me. Either way, you know what I mean? So when he went away for a long time, it's like every single day he was in jail. I was like, the aunts were just ruthless. Like ruthless. Like, where's your brother right now? Oh my God, you can't even imagine how bad they were. It was horrible. It was terrible. That Windmill Willie says, nothing grind my gears like seeing any form of medication advertised on TV. Only in America and New Zealand. Not just America. New Zealand does as well. But no other countries. You know why that is? Because here's the thing. Why are they showing it to us? I can't go, you know what? Damn it. That commercial is what I want. I'm going to write myself. Where's my pad? Where's my script pad? Oh, there it is. I'm going to write myself a script for that. So we can go to our doctor and say, please give me this. They rattle off enough symptoms. You're like, no, it's not me. No. Well, that one's me. No. Well, that one's me. That one's me too. I wonder if I have this. And then that's stupid. It bothers me too. Tricky says, Johnny, how do you get through life eating all those hot peppers and still look great? Still look great. Adjust your device. You're very kind, Tricky. You know what? I really don't look bad. I'm 147 years old. Peppers keep you young. You know what? I can't say good living. I mean, I live good now. I'm living right now, but I'm lucky I'm still here, man. Does Australia? I'm not sure. I thought it was New Zealand. Somebody check. I could be wrong. Somebody probably has. I'm not caught up. Look at this, KM. When I was about 6 or 7, my Girl Scout troop took a field trip to the city jail for a tour. They locked us all up in a cell and took a picture. Right then I thought, nope, never getting caught. Now, she didn't say never do any crime. She said, I'm never going to get caught. I respect that, KM. It's why you are wielding a wrench. Vic, good to see you. Thanks for being here. So, getting back to it, we all have ants. You do, I do. People that don't have, I don't know. I guess people don't have an addiction. Their ants just tell them to slap their neighbor or, tell somebody at work, give them what for. I don't know what their ants do. But I think when you're somebody who's an addict, all right, your ants have a purpose. They have an agenda. Their agenda, they want the path of least resistance. And you've been doing something for a long time. Your brain wants that to keep going. Your brain's not your friend, but you're not your brain. You know what I mean? That was a wonderful thing to learn. Like, hey, I am not my brain. And thank God I'm not. You can't imagine if you know what I mean? But you're the same thing with you. You're not your brain. Play fetch with it. Play fetch with your brain. If you just tuned in late, you're like, what does he mean by that? Your 5 senses are the stick and your brain is the dog. And you can occupy your brain with your 5 senses. Move up, change up whatever your 5 senses are doing. See something different, hear something different, all of them. And in doing that, you're distracting your brain. And your brain, honest to God, I know it sounds ridiculous, but there are people that will tell you it works. I'm not lying. It helps. And incorporate peppers in your game of fetch with your brain. It'll help. Lost a friend this year to fent poisoning. Unfortunately, she and 3 others that thought they were doing coke got killed. I hadn't talked to her in a long time due to the road she was on. I'm so sorry, Kat. I'm so sorry. I know people. Listen, it's a hideous thing. I have friends. Ants are annoying. Arwa, Avlov. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I have friends in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's not Ted Kit, but somebody I know through them. 2 kids. All right, went to I think it was Vegas. It doesn't much matter where they went. They got some nose candy. Neither one of them made it more than 2 steps away from the table where it was. They had 2 sons. Their sons lost their mom and dad in an evening. You imagine? There's a lot of ones. I'm bummed out. Oh, that's from your friend. Yeah, I'm so sorry. The ones are for you, Kat. Let me tell you something. People that hear that don't even know you care. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? It's like they're not doing this to make me feel good. They care about you. You know what I mean? And that's, golly, let me tell you something. You know where you can find this? You can find this on the lifeboat. The same vibe. The same vibe that somebody cares about you. You're not just a number. You aren't just a sub or a view. You're a human being that matters. And connection is why we're all here, right? Connection. It's everything. I hope everyone's getting knowledge from Johnny. You know what, Vic? I get knowledge from everybody. I hope here's the thing. And this is the truth of it. When the student's ready, the teacher appears. There are sometimes you can say all the right words. Like Tommy is so much more eloquent and intelligent when it comes to stuff because he's read every book there is on sobriety. You can say all the right words in just the right way with the right intonation, and nail it. And if the person's not ready to hear it, it doesn't much matter. You know what I mean? However, if someone's really ready to hear it, you can stumble all over the words and you don't even know what I mean, and it'll work. It'll work, So it's interesting. I hope someone's getting knowledge. Please check out the Lifeboat, though. It's a great channel. Here it is again. Thank you, Brock. Appreciate it greatly. Relatable Reese also. Indeed. Relatable Reese is a rock star. What are you doing, Katy Perry? She's purring. If she's sleeping, you just touch her and she immediately starts her motor. She purrs all the time, which is great because I named her Katy Purry before I knew she was a purring machine. So it's kind of cool that it worked out that way. You know what? This is really important. Triggy says, I'm sorry. That's a very sad situation. Losing a friend is very hard to cope with. It's especially hard when you separate like they did. That makes it really difficult. But you know what? You're here. And the connection, it's like, you understand the connection is the cure for so many things. When the pandemic happened, so many people went home. Business stopped. It was like, hey, how you doing? And everybody went home. And so many people didn't. When it stopped, they stayed home. I mean, that's an epidemic on a huge level. And isolation is horrifying. Babies that are born, if they don't get contact, they die. I'm not even fooling you. Connection is the most important thing in the world. And I mean, it solves depression, anxiety. There's a million ailments that if we had constant connection in our life would be healed. I mean that. I believe that anyway. Relatable Reese, please check that out. All right. Thank you, Brock. Check out my sister. I wish I could remember the exact numbers, and I don't. But I saw something posted that said, the reason it stuck out at me was my high school year of graduation. I'm not going to say it because it was a long time ago. I have to for the sake of the story. In 84, I'm an old man. In 84, like 75% of kids polled spent 3 or 4 hours a day with their friends, doing something out with their friends. 3 or 4 hours a day, 75%. And I think this poll was like a year ago or 2 years ago. 10% of kids now spend less than an hour a day. That's what it's about. If it doesn't have a screen, they can't deal with it. And that's, there's no connection anymore. And that's why, it's a problem. It's a problem. The problem with this, the lack of connection, we think we know what the problems are. There are problems that we aren't even going to be able to identify. Like if there is society 100 years from now, they'll look back and talk about the pandemic and how isolation affected people. Am I getting my point across? I hope you guys understand this connection thing is no joke. It's important. Avlov Thigh, stop in and say hi. God bless y'all. Cheese the heat for life. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Joe Mama, still have a long way to go in this healing process. We sure do. That's why it's important to keep talking. Not to point you out, but I saw you leave a comment saying, I think I talk too much. I'm just going to lurk. I love when you talk. Talk more. You know what? When you say something, somebody else benefits from it. Sorry to point you out, but I like when you comment. So please keep commenting. Global News Wars had some cosmic Skittles today. Those are hot. They're ridiculous. They're actually called Skrittles, screaming hot, freeze-dried Skittles. Because you can't call them Skittles, you get in trouble. That whole trademark thing. You know how that works. Windmill Willie. Unfortunately, a lot of parents stick the screen in front of the kids, but there's always been some sort of thing to stick in front of your kids. You know what I mean? You're right. The electronic babysitter. Look, I've got a cat, and it was so funny. I was talking today. Lisa Trimble's awesome. She's a rock star. She sent, I have this beautiful new kitty. She sent my kitty some really cool snacks and this ball. I did a short with it. Thing's amazing. It chirps like a bird. It runs around, stops, moves. It can't get stuck. If it gets stuck, it backs out. You put it down. This cat will play with it until the battery in the thing stops or until she falls down. Then I charge it up and it recharges while she's sleeping and she's recharging. That ball is to my cat what this is to a kid. Is it fun to watch? Yeah, but is it denying me the best part about having a kitten? Probably. I like personally playing with him instead of sitting back. Now, do I love that ball? Hell yeah. I'm going to sleep tonight because I've been running that cat ragged today. She's sleep. Look at this. She's snoozing still because of that ball. Look at that. And she's got a little baby white line, doesn't she? She thinks she does. She's a cutie. Not quite ready to get up yet. No, she's not. I want to try the cheese balls. They're really good. Your mama says tech takeover for the kids. They'd rather be on screen than have a real conversation. Yeah, screenagers, man. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. There was a funny bit. I saw this strange video that the dad posted this video. I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff. If you have something important, please put Q's in front of it, and I apologize. I got to get caught up, or Tommy's going to give me a hard time. So this man had a video, a father. He was taking his son somewhere with a few of his friends. Ross, good to see you. Thank you. So he was picking he had, I don't know if it was one son and two friends or two sons and one friend, but there were three kids, right? And the father's there, and they didn't talk. These kids, and the father was joking, goes, "You guys don't talk, don't you?" And it was funny. He was busting on them, but it's not that funny. You know what I mean? It's a skill. It's a skill set. And the problem is the skill set is critical to connecting with people. Now, the truth of the matter is we're connecting pretty well right now, and you guys aren't having a talk. I am, but we're communicating through the chat. You know what I mean? Bottom line is we got to get back. There needs to be a lot more of it. Now, once you recognize it and it's pointed out, why are you not connecting with somebody? I mean, you connected here, which is fantastic. Do you have someone you can connect with and talk to? Like we talk, like this is a Capsaicin Connection. This is about sobriety, right? You should have a 5. Yeah, if you don't know what a 5 is, let me explain. A 5 is a list of 5 people that you can call as a ripcord when things get bad. And you're like, my God, I'm going to use. I feel like I'm going to use. I caught up, Tommy. Hurry up. See that? Catch up, Tommy says. Tommy's one of my 5. All right. So if something bad happens, I'll call Tommy. You got to have 5, right? That's your ripcord. It's an important thing. I think whether you have a sober issue or not, we all need a connection 5. Seriously, whether you're trying to lose an addiction or not, every human being needs a 5. Just to connect with somebody and talk to somebody so that you don't wall yourself in. It's true. I've had times where I didn't go out for a long period of time. When I go out, it's like, wow, this is weird. Have you ever had that experience where you've done something you haven't done for a long time, and it's something that's fairly normal, and it feels weird to you because you haven't done it in a long time? You need to do that. Saudium, how many kids today skin a knee? Right? I don't know, man. Look at this, man. Jennifer Matthews says, Johnny and all, hello there. Appreciate you being here. I'm a just in case break glass kind of guy. Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. You know what I've learned about the 5? It's really important to have. The 5, there have been times. Look, I told you, if you were there in the beginning of this stream, twice I downloaded the app to my phone, the I'm Sober app, and deleted it. I didn't have a 5 back then. I had a 1. I had 2. I didn't call anybody. I chose to drink, felt guilty, deleted the app. You know why I didn't call that person that day? Do you want to know why? Because I wanted to drink. You got to really make a decision. I'm not going to do whatever it is. So that when the urges do come, you can call. I've had people in my 5. Excuse me. Chewing ice is foul, huh? I apologize. I had people where I'm in their 5 that have called me and said, I'm so sorry, Joe. You probably disappointed me. I drank. I said, how come you didn't call me? I don't know. Because you wanted to drink. You know what I mean? I don't ever give anybody a hard time for it. I never will. If you're one of my 5 or I'm in your 5 and you've called me, then you know what I'm talking about. Never giving anybody a hard time for it. I'm just trying to help. God damn. I don't even have one person left in my life. Yeah, you do. I'm looking at you have 54. And I'm saying that facetiously. Like, not everybody that's in this chat is somebody in your life, but you know what? Please, Kristen, Melinda, put my email up. chasetheheat@gmail.com. Reach out. Don't suffer alone. Suffering in silence sucks. Cat damn. See, we have 2 cats. The other cat says you have people here, right? It matters, you know? And here's the thing. If you email me, I get a lot of emails. I promise you I'll email you back. It might take me 3 or 4 days, but I give you my word, I'll email you back. You know what I mean? So reach out. Don't suffer alone. You know what I mean? It's more fun to suffer with somebody else. Let me tell you something. The other day, once a week, we do a thing called 1 Hot Minute on my channel right here, but it's chili related, where everybody gets something hot. We eat something, and then when it's done, we say how hot it is. Oh, I'm on a 5 out of 10, and it's fun. It's silly and fun, but we have a good time. The other day, we did it. We did 1 Hot Minute. I think it was Lego. No, it wasn't. It was Left Eye Pat. I love Left Eye Pat. We call him Left Eye Pat because he only has a left eye. He gave him that himself. There's Left Eye Pat right there. Oh my God, there's Left Eye Pat right there. Well, Left Eye Pat the other day says, No, I lost my chat. What did it threw me off so hard seeing you in the chat. You threw me off. Oh, he said at the end of the 1 hot minute, he goes, I don't know about anybody else, but I feel a lot better right now. And I said, if you feel better, it had nothing to do with what we ate, the spicy thing at all. You know what it had to do with? Connection. Honest to God. Don't you here, Lisa? I love you. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa just gave 10 Chase the Eat memberships away. If you are one of the recipients, please go watch. There's a lot of great content, almost 250 videos there for you to watch that have never been seen on the regular channel. So thank you. But remember what Left Eye Pat says, you know what? If you feel better, let us know. You know, and I said that if you just this right here, just that we've been here for an hour. If you feel a little better right now, just from a little bit of talking that I've done, and we've been going back and forth, put a 1 in the chat. Maybe I'm the only one, but you want to know something? I feel a little better. I feel a little bit better now than I did when this stream started. Tommy's good at busting my chops. Look, you know, so what the point I'm making is the whole connection thing, you can't, not enough emphasis can be put on it. It's critical. It's critical for all of us. It's critical to our sobriety. It's critical to getting sober. It's critical to staying sober. You know what? I think it's more critical in staying sober than it is in getting sober. Once you get sober, that connection is so important. It's the glue that holds it all together. There you go, Left Eye Pat. Look at that. KM says, if my brother doesn't heckle you, I mean, who will? You know what? You probably will, KM. In fact, I think you've heckled me. Look, I'm not complaining. You've heckled me a little. It's always been funny. It's always been, you know, never over the line. But you know, you have heckle rights. Veggie Beard says, I love sitting in on these streams and seeing how much we all have in common. We do, you know, and look, there's a lot that makes us different. I promise you. But there's more that we have in common, I think. It's good-natured heckling, she says. That's funny. Triggy says, Triggy asks, Johnny, any good shows you're watching lately? You know, I'm bad at that. No, there's not. Isn't that terrible? Here's the thing, though. The cat's taking a ton of time. Like, if you knew, it's like having a kid. It is. I'm second she falls asleep, I'm like, I feel a sense of relief the minute she's sleeping. I'm like, it's the connections that keep us sober, especially during hard times. Man, they're important. I'll tell you that. De Niro. I don't look like De Niro that much anymore. I looked like Robert De Niro when I was young. I really did. Angelia, good to see you. Thanks for being here. You guys want to see a funny picture? I think I still have it here. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. Or do I? No, I do. Okay, I'll show you a great picture. This is maybe I don't have it. I thought I did. Here's a picture of I gotta find a picture of me when I was young. There should be one of me and Tommy. There's not anymore. Here's De Niro. Now that year, I can't find a picture of me, but I look so remarkably like that. All right, actually, wait. Yeah, here. There's me when I was 20. I was 20 years old in that picture, and that's De Niro, the same era. I really looked like De Niro a lot as a kid. I don't get that so much anymore. I was doing Billy, right? I was kind of doing the Billy Bat scene. Look at that. It's like having an elephant lifted off your shoulders when you realize you're not alone and that there's so many that have gone through what you're going through. It's true. It's true. It's a beautiful thing. One is laughing. Silver Surfer. I used to look like Kevin Bacon. Now just Bacon. I can see that. Tracy, I can see that now you say that. All right. Brock Bandy's leaving us for his brother. Whatever, dude. No, I'm kidding. I love you, man. Have a good night. Tell your brother I said hi. It's a good dude right there. It's a good man. Great Dane Mom says, my Great Dane would love Katy Perry. Their fights might be over chasing a laser. It's Dane's toy. It's a cat and all of us. You know what? Yeah, there is. This one's pretty special. I did look like De Niro. I know. Isn't that crazy? I did. I've been called Doogie since I was a kid. Wow. Neil, totally. It's amazing. I can see that. You mean De Niro looks like you, right, Kat? Absolutely. You want to see a bunch? I have a bunch here. Check this out. I'll show you some funny ones. Now, you got to remember, this is me when I was young, right? That's me as a kid. This was a dude named Corey Hart back in the 80s. He sang a song called I Wear My Sun. You guys remember the song I Wear My Sunglasses at Night? That was, he wrote that song, and that was Corey Hart. And people used to say, frequently I looked like that, dude. Surge, right? From System of a Down. I get that a lot. I can see why. This is Greg Jackson, UFC coach. Chris Maloney from LA Law. I'm not sure who that is. This dude here is Leonard Susskind. He's a metaphysicist or astrophysicist or something like that. There's me and, Malkovich. I will say this. Nobody can ever say that they saw me and John Malkovich in the same room at the same time. So I'm not saying I'm him or he's me. I'm just saying none of you have ever seen us together in the same room. Tracy says, thank you for the membership. You're awesome, Lisa. Thank you for doing that. That is so cool. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much. We share our broken pieces and eventually we become new. I don't know. Yeah, it's true. There's I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese art where they take like pots or have you guys seen this pottery? And they break it and then they use gold between the cracks. And it ends up being a more beautiful piece, jacked up, broken, and fixed than it ever was before it was broken. And that's how we are. It's really how we are, I think. The people that we love, like your family, you love them because you're family. Like the one, like us, don't we love each other for our brokenness in a way, kind of? I don't know. I think we kind of do. I don't know. Yeah, Malkovich. Want to hear a great Malkovich story? Then I'm going to wrap it up because we've been going for almost an hour. I'm going to end it now. But this is my John Malkovich story. I was in New York for the New York City Hot Sauce Expo, and I was at LaGuardia picking up my luggage. And I'm at the turnstile with things going around. I'm standing there waiting. And there's a guy next to me. He wasn't even that old. It's all relative. He was probably 75, maybe 80. Just a nice old fella. He's standing next to me. I could see him to give me the side eye. And he kind of moves closer to me. There we go. Kintsugi. There you go. Thank you, Dylan. That's what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, thank you also, KM. She's so quick with it. That's why she has a wrench, people. So the guy moves a little bit closer to me. And he goes like this. He's talking out of the side of his mouth. He goes, are you growing the goatee for a movie? I said, excuse me? And he goes, the goatee, are you growing it for a movie role? And he goes, you're John Malkovich, right? I said, no, John Scoville. I shook his hand. I said, good to meet you. It was good to meet you. It was just funny. Pretty funny. Anyway. Oh, no. Robin, not participating too much. Me no feel good, but I'm here. Can everybody do me a favor since I'm about to wrap this up? Some love, some virtual love for Robin. You know what? Robin's pretty cool. I like Robin. She's going through it. Here's the other thing. Guess what? There's 48 of us still on here right now. I promise you 48 of us are going through it one way or another. You're not alone. You aren't. It might feel like you're alone, but I promise you you're not. And some of those ones are just positive vibes, Robin. Some of those ones are prayers. Some of those ones it might be a spell. Who knows? Some of those ones are just people that are saying they care. But you know what? There's 48 people that care about you right now. 47 because you're still here. 48 because you care about yourself. So thank you guys for some love for Robin. Keep your head up, Robin. You're loved. You guys are awesome. All right. So listen, everybody who's here, thank you for stopping in and hanging out. For the Lisa Trimble, thank you for the super chats and giving the memberships. And Tommy, thank you for the super chats, brother. Saudium, Thank you for your super chat. Love you, and I appreciate you more than you know. All of you guys are awesome. We'll do this again next week. Look at that. KM says, join the bus as a member. The iOS users paste link into the browser instead of the app. It's a capable woman right there. What a lucky man. While we're at it, since we're in the there. Nope, that was just on that one. Here we go. KM, please check out the lifeboat. It's like this, but times 100, more knowledge and better delivered. But I appreciate you guys for being here. I love you all. You're very kind. Tell someone you love and be kind to somebody. Will you look at that? Please look at that. I swear I feel better. Do you want to know something? She's not going to lie and just say that. I'm so glad I stayed on long enough to see that. Do you guys understand the connection thing? Do you understand that? Some of that might be because of vibes. I believe some of that's for prayers. But you're loved, Robin. And everybody who gave her some love, do you guys see how important that is? Can we all meet again next week and do it again? For those of you that are not interested in, I'll be around here tomorrow. We do a live every single day. And tomorrow, Katy Perry is going to do another live stream. You guys want to see it? And tomorrow at the end of the live stream, I'm going to wake her up with something delectable. When we sleep, our noses stop. But when cats sleep, their sniffers keep working. It's a self-preservation sort of thing, so they can smell bad things like predators. But when she's sleeping tomorrow, I'm going to put a piece of fish in front of her nose, and we're going to see what it's like to watch a kitten wake up. That'll give you a dopamine buzz. It'll make you feel better. Robin, I'm glad you feel better. Everybody showed her so much love. Love you all. We'll see you guys later. And let's all go over tonight in about an hour. 1 hour from right now, Tommy's going to be in his channel. Please go over and show him some love and tell him I sent you. The funny thing is, he probably sent you here. But anyway, we'll see you guys around. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the and the Capsaicin Connection. What do you say, sweetheart?